Jones followers.
What's happening?
What's up, family? What's going on? We apologize for the delay, but I'm guarantee you it's gonna be a night to remember.
We both had a long day, huh?
Had a long day.
See?
Long day. You gotta go to your.
What's happening?
We both had a long day, but we made it.
Yeah, man.
We made it. What's up, family? Ambitious Class 3. We here.
What you got? Tell them about Balanced Living. Why they doing that, bro.
Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Balanced Living Podcast. You can catch me on TikTok, Desiring Gilmore. Make sure to follow me on my YouTube channel. Man, make sure to go to Facebook, Balanced Living Podcast page. Man, I'm doing so much. I'm not getting tired. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
You be working, bro.
I'm just getting started. I'm on. Also, y'all remember on the show I lost an uncle, and on this week I lost an aunt. So make sure to be in prayer for me, with me and my family. Going through some challenging times right now on both sides of the family, on my mom's side and on my dad's side. Just stand up, just stand up, That's all. Just also make sure we be praying for the people in Dubai who are going through that flooding. We make sure we pay attention to what's going on in the world. Also praying for the families who lost their loved ones at the Club Republic. Also I got a phone call. I know some family members that lost the double murder homicide in Gertown.
Right.
Received a phone call about that.
Yeah.
The father was 71 and the son was 21. That's a close friend.
Son?
That's a close friend of mine's family. Her uncle and her cousin. So make sure we keeping that family in prayer. What you got going on,
man? I've been doing a lot. I had a lot of family stuff going on, but definitely keep everybody in prayer, man. I remind you, follow Badge Pro Health. We're sponsored by Badge Pro Health. All the ladies, there's products specifically created and curated by a medical physician for you. So follow Badge Pro Health. Of course, you can get a discount on Badge Pro, 20% off just by using the code JOCIN on Badge Pro Health, JOCIN. And we gave away some things last week. By the end of the show, stick with us. We'll give away something else today for Badge Pro. Again, like he said, follow Z on IG, follow myself on IG, and follow Official Just Jocin on all platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Eventually, we'll be phasing out of our personal profiles, and we'll be strictly broadcasting live on Official Just Jocin on all platforms.
So if you on this live right now,
Ambitious E says she got her package, bro.
No, you got the package.
What you thought about your gift? What you thought? You're gonna have Ambitious E class. You're gonna have to come back and give us a full review of what you thought about the Badge Pro Health product, because we don't, we want to advertise and broadcast products that are great, but we're not just saying that because we know it's great. We want you to come back and tell us how you experienced it and what you thought about it. And if you have questions, hit them up on @Badge Pro Health, and they'll help walk you through it. What's up, Clara? Sweet Home 20 to Wanda. What's up, y'all?
Also, Ambitious Class 3. Make sure to take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Tag us, the Official Just Jocin page.
Tag
to let us know.
Pro
Make
Health.
sure you tagging us that you got your gift, smiling, everything. And y'all know how we do on Thursdays. Whoever right now, if you're sitting in your living room, you're watching in your car, you at home, wherever you at, take a picture of what you're doing with a glass of your wine, whatever beverage, water, whatever you're drinking, hot tea, and tag us in it. We're gonna make sure we all on the same page.
We're gonna talk about that tonight. One of the questions we're gonna talk about that we got asked: should church, should you be able to drink any alcohol? Can you drink some alcohol, some wine, a beverage, a nightcap, whatever that is? So we're gonna talk about that tonight too. So stay tuned for that. Yep. So what's up, Z? What you got, man?
Man, it just how the world is going today, G. You're seeing the different changes from when I started as a kid to now.
Yeah, man.
So many people leaving the church. Why are people leaving the church these days?
I think that's a good question, because it's crazy, because I actually had a strategy meeting. For those that don't know, I'm actually executive pastor at the City of Love as well, church here in New Orleans. And I've been doing ministry overall for the last 18 years or so. So, and I've seen the ships, I've seen the ups and downs, I've seen all of it. I just feel like a lot of it is oh, you got to stop it and start it. Boom, boom, boom. And my fault. We're gonna end something and then start it. But so the question is, why are so many people leaving church? And for me, it's more than just personal decisions. I think it's also cultural. I just read another article that said a lot of people, even in America, are stopping doing ministry overall because, or religion overall, because they feel like it's either politicized or it's for personal gain, etc. So that's one piece of it. I think specifically in the Black church as well, and generationally, Generation X is looking for one thing, Generation Z is looking for another, millennials are looking for another, and then you got the boomers who were just over churched, you know. So I think there's a lot that goes into it, but I think if I had to hone in on one piece, they're looking at who's representing church. Actually, I just was talking to my barber about it, so I don't want to take credit for this. If you look at even holidays, you got Easter represented by Easter Bunny. You got Christmas represented by Santa Claus. Everybody has representatives. So you can't say that people look at church and they don't look at the people. They look at the people. You've never heard somebody say, I'm leaving church because I don't like the building. I'm leaving church because I didn't like the song. They are often leaving because some form of either relational or people challenge. You know, see what I'm saying? Outside of, yes, there's people who leave because of doctrine and things like that, but so often it's about people. And did they feel loved? Did they feel cared for? Did they feel what they were investing in, their time, their talent, their treasure in, they were getting that back, and or were they growing? I have something that says like, who are you? Like, are you an example? Are you authentic? Are you approachable and accountable to the people that you're serving? Then are you relatable to those people as well? Because they don't want to come to somebody who you've never really been through anything. So how can you teach me? How can you train me? How can you help me? And then lastly, are you an example? Are you an example of someone who's living what they're actually teaching? And somebody I would want to look up to and then emulate and then grow to be. That's the whole thing about Jesus Christ. His name is Jesus, but he is the Christ. He is the Christ. We are to pattern our life after him. He is the example that we should follow. And then he left instructions on how to do that. Here are the instructions on, if you want to build your life after me, here's how to do that. And oftentimes I feel like people are not finding the examples that they're looking for in those four walls.
And my intake on it, the Bible says in Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything will be added unto you, right? So in 2020, that's when COVID hit.
Gotcha.
Right? COVID hit. You know, some people thought the world was going to end. So everybody was running to him then. Years later, 4 years later, you straight now, ain't nothing happening. Now you don't need him no more. You can't mess with God top. You can't play with God top as he's a shelf or he's a toy that you play with, you juggle around with him when you need him or when you want to be bothered with him. You need to be bothered with God every day. So it's not that people are leaving. They leaving the church because they really don't have a genuine connection with God or relationship with God. It's not so much a leaders per se. They use that as an excuse.
Gotcha.
But as long as they getting what they need and they blessed and they feel like their life is going good, we don't need you no more. So then you're moving into self because it wasn't genuine from the beginning.
That's good.
So that's why I'm careful and I learn how to change my prayer life, because something else is going to happen. It's going to happen big because now y'all playing on him like he not that God. You ain't gonna use him up. So a lot of people play with God, going to church because they was using him up. And then you have a set of people who start working on Sundays. They don't work every Sunday, but they work every now and then. And so in the beginning, when they usually was off on a Sunday, they'll go, right? And then the next Sunday they have to work. And now it begin to be a pattern where they stop going to church. Because they're not even watching it online.
They got comfortable in
their habit. A lot of us get comfortable in our habits. We don't want to do the right thing and make God-fearing decisions. As long as your life is going good, we're going to do it. That's why it's good to build relationship with Christ instead of worrying about religion.
I like that thought process because you are holding people accountable to their own actions and not putting it out. Okay, I left church because the church hurt, etc. I do agree with that. I also want to pair that with it's both and it's the church's responsibility to go out and reach and grab those people as well and pull them back in, but then have something of quality that when they come in, you are teaching them, you are growing them, you are training them, and you are doing what we are really called to do, which is make disciples of Christ. So I think it's both, and I think just really deconstructing and tearing down this image of what somebody that goes to church has to be. Like, you can't do this, you can't go to the festival, and you can't do this no more, you can't hang out, and you can't do this, which is why so many unchurched people remain unchurched, or so many de-churched people, they went to church, they saw what it was, they got judgment, they got this, and that, and because their lifestyle may not match with the quote-unquote typical churchgoer, they're like, nah, I'm done, I'm good. I'd rather the God that I found during COVID, I'm gonna just stick with that. Because so COVID, if you didn't have God during COVID, if you didn't find God during COVID, and you needed those four walls, you needed those people, then you really didn't have that relationship, because you didn't have that chance to fellowship. You didn't have that chance to go and listen to music and the band and all of that. So that should have really taught you and helped you to get that personal relationship.
Right. And then Bishop says some people leave because of church hurt. Let me talk on that.
Yeah.
We need to stop saying that it's church hurt, because the church is God. God doesn't hurt us. A lot of people leave because of people hurt. But if you have that relationship with God, like we were talking about earlier, you'll stay in church no matter what. It's either you're going to stay there and observe and watch and learn, or you're going to find you another church. Like, church is in your heart. Wherever you go is in your heart. Gotcha. It's just a building, a place of a building. So we need to learn how to stop saying that it's church hurt. It's just people hurt.
Gotcha.
And then we need to learn how to have forgiveness. Sometimes forgiveness means I'm going to stay there and we're not going to bring it up again. And also forgiveness means I'm going to forgive you, but I'm going to move on. But I'm not leaving church, because God is church.
Yeah.
So we got to be careful on how we say that. We need to learn we need to practice, us as Christians, to tell each other when we hear somebody going through church hurt, correct them. No, we don't want you to leave God. It's people hurt. The people have hurt you because you put too much trust in a man.
Yeah, that's good.
The people have hurted you, because the Bible says in Matthew 6:33, seek ye first. So if I'm seeking God, the little hurt that people are doing to me, I can turn to the other cheek and let them do it again, but I'm still strong because I love God.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all about who you're seeking. Are you seeking man more than God, or are you seeking God more than man?
So can you say that like Ambitious E is saying, instead of saying your church hurt, just add it, I've been hurt by some people from the church. But here's the thing too. A lot of times we are traumatized and we say we are church hurt. But church is one of the few things that people say that and then they never try to heal it. They never try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're just going to settle in that trauma that may have happened from 1, 2, 3, or a small group of people, but that doesn't define the whole. That doesn't define the whole body. So why not do your part to say, okay, I'm going to do some homework. I might go find another church. I might go find something else to really heal yourself. First, heal yourself personally between you and your relationship with God, because the Bible says, do everything unto God. So if you were going and you allow anybody what they were doing to take you out of your place, I would ask myself, why was I really there in the beginning? Okay. And or maybe you are called to fix and heal and address that thing that you encountered, right? So that it doesn't happen again.
That's why you can't be easily broken.
I agree.
And that's why you can't put your trust in a man.
Yeah.
Like right now, we see a lot of people in the priests, in the Catholic churches, touching little boys. In the Baptist church, we have a lot of sexual harassment that we don't talk about in the Baptist church, in the Black community.
Okay.
A lot of people will go to jail, not just pastors. A lot of people who deacons, ushers, greeters, that's why I hug everybody in church. Because I want to stay focused on what I need to be doing, and that's my assignment. If it's praying with you, as even talking to you, counseling, or making some of your accountability partner. Gotcha. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, church hurt, we need to get that out our vocabulary. It's not church hurt. It's people that hurt you.
That's right.
It's people People hurt, not church hurt.
But see, I think there's a verse in the Bible where it talks about when you are offended, how do you handle that? Part of the challenge that we talk about here is communication. A lot of times people they choose to leave and they never go and address the actual issue with the person, because oftentimes it could be a miscommunication, or even if they did do you wrong, that person may not know, and they just will offer an apology. Man, I'm sorry, I know you were gonna take that like that. I didn't know I didn't mean that like that, or I was really wrong. I apologize. That won't happen again. But if you never go to the person and bring them the issue instead of just upping and leaving, you'll never know what the resolution can be. Now, you have been taken out of your place without actually expressing maturity and actually communicating about it, and then giving them an opportunity. They say first go to the man that offend you. You go to him, you address it, boom. Then you may bring a witness, and then if that doesn't work, then bring it before the church. Like, look, this ain't working. This is what he did me. You go counsel with the pastor or whatever. And if that can't resolve it, then you decide. But most people leave on the first offense, easy thing, or they leave because they see something else. I think social media has also begun to show the toxic sides of church. You know what I mean? We love negativity. Yeah. So social media has also highlighted the sides that are negative, and we gotta really, if you grew up in church, because I didn't. I started going to church when I was really 13, but there's people that have been there since they were babies. So for me, I always was like, I'm in, but I always had, an apprehension to it because I wasn't familiar with the culture. But if we start really honing in on the things that have helped me, I know for a fact the previous generations, churches would help us during times of slavery, during times of segregation, during times of not being able to vote. So if we dismantle the very thing that helped our culture, then what do we have? That's it. That's the one place outside of regular school that we come together as a people.
And this is gonna be my last thing, and we're gonna move on with the subject.
She said, I blame Greenleaf. I agree with you, Carla Hill, and reality TV. Go ahead, Z.
If you dealt with people hurt that's in church, leave quickly, leave quietly. Don't tell nobody. Because after you finish getting out of your feelings and you go back, you don't want the people that you shared it with to get discouraged, because now you want them to come to church, but now they don't want to go to church because they damage you. So if you dealt with that, have a simple conversation with that person you dealt with. Keep it to yourself. I know it's gonna hurt you, and I know you want to vent out to your people, but you don't want to mess up their spiritual walk. So if you dealt with people hurt in the church, move quickly, move quietly, have a simple conversation with that person. Do not share it with nobody, because you don't want to mess up their spiritual walk.
Got it. Let me ask you a question, because I see this is a good question from some Evolve to Love.
That's City Love member.
Gotcha. She's saying, I'm gonna turn this to a question. He's saying, do we put entertainment in front of an experience?
Yes, we put entertainment. Some churches have come down to entertainment more of a spiritual and truth. The Bible says we're gonna worship God in spirit and truth. And some people do a lot of entertainment. They do a lot of gimmicks to get you. Like I saw one pastor, a popular pastor, was pouring syrup on the Bible. Like they're respecting them. Some people will say that they're respecting the Bible. One pastor spit in his brother's face. Like it's just different. Different things you just don't do. Like that's more the entertainment side. Because if I'm gonna get you saved, I'm just preaching from out the word. I'm preaching the Bible. I don't have to make an illustration to get you to come to Christ. I could just use it by His word. The word is going to transform you.
Or you're using stories, real life stories, testimonies from yourself, etc. But I get both sides, because when you're on the other side,
I get it. It just
when you're on the other side,
to a limit, you gotta.
Yeah, they have to have.
I love that. I do that.
Yeah, they have to have a balance between both, because I also work for a larger organization specifically for gospel, where we produce conferences, and we put on international conferences where they may be there for 4 hours, 5 hours, and there has to be some form of entertainment. Anytime you have music or whatever, it is categorized as entertainment, and you have to have some of that. But when the entertainment overshadows the experience with God, then you have the challenge. And what he's saying, you have to have a balance between being overproduced and just letting the spirit move and having that freedom to really flow. And I think that's where it is when you're just overproducing, you curating shout moments and all of those things. That's where we have that issue between not having a balance between entertainment and experience. And if you see it as that, 9 times out of 10, the people that's planning it, they don't know it. They don't know that's how the audience feels.
Right.
So if you do feel that, 9 times out of 10, shoot an email or text like, say, hey, look, I feel like this, and this regarding what we've been seeing in church. Can we get back to this, or can we take this? Because oftentimes the people that are planning in a silo. Mm-hmm. They don't always have the information they need to plan better. Do this. Take some questions and read some of the comments. I'm gonna step out.
About the skip just says that. Yeah, I just saw about the skip. You have to reach the people where they are. Sometimes illustrations are necessary to get to the point. And I totally agree. But it's a limit to that. Like, I ain't about to spit in nobody's face. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. My girl Ja said we are blessed to have so many ways to experience church in 2024. That is true. We have online, we have in person, we could go replay, we could go back to it. Yes, we have a lot. It's no excuses for you not to go to church. You could do it online, you could do it in person, you could play the replay. Just get you a word. In this season we're living in, get you a word. If you're not paying attention to what happened in Dubai, because part of that was somebody trying to create the weather, control weather. You cannot control God.
That's what happened.
You cannot control God.
Wow.
Do the research on that. They have artificial AI type clouds that they've been creating for the last 2 years. And that was the last 2 years, they didn't get no rain. So in that one day, in those 24 hours, they had a lot of rainfall for 2 years.
That's crazy. 2 years worth of rainfall in one day.
They trying to control. They cannot control God.
So I heard some of that, and I agree that you have to have some demonstration for it. It's just everybody's different. You know what I mean? Some people might think, okay, you went too far. Some people might think it's not too far. So it's up to you all.
See,
it's up to you all.
People know. Like they said, it was that Trump pressing the button over there. You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, it's election time. It's election time. You got to be careful.
So let me ask you this.
What's up, Bree? What's going on, Bree?
Thank
you for joining.
We talking.
What you got?
And y'all like, share, like the post, put some hearts on it, share with your people and all that. Let me ask you this. So we're sitting here right now. We got some glasses of red wine. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we might have a alcoholic beverage. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What do you feel about being a Christian and drinking alcohol?
How do I feel about being a Christian and drinking alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Just watch your intake. We're going to be transparent with the people
mm-hmm.
because our body's the temple.
Mm-hmm.
So watch your intake. Like when I get married and I go officially have sex without a conscience, I'm not trying to drink no apple juice with my wife. I'm not trying. Hey, we're going to have some good time. We're going to have our night, Friday night, grill some arses on the grill, mm-hmm. have some appetizers, some snacks. I might have a bottle of wine. I might have a bottle of Tito's. I might have a bottle of Hennessy.
Yeah.
It's just me and you.
Yeah.
It's just us. So my intake is just watch the intake.
Yeah. And I in the simplest terms, to answer that, can Christians drink alcohol? Again, it's about decency and order. The Bible says that the Bible speaks more about drunkenness than alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And nowhere does it say drinking alcohol is a sin. It speaks about drunkenness. There's one thing I think that people often latch onto is it says that if what you are doing will cause somebody else to stumble, then don't do it, which is understandable. So it's like you have to know who you're dealing with. If you are in the company of somebody who is an alcoholic or something mm-hmm. like that, or who can't go too far,
we got a different conversation.
Right. I'm not going to take you drink. You're not going to come to my house and sit and have a drink. But if you're in a company of somebody who you understand, anybody who's ever had a beverage with me everybody know I got a limit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I also had a father who was alcoholic, so I know how far to go, even in that aspect. But I also don't want to hinder anyone's walk, and that's what the word says. First of all, don't drink too much. Don't drink to the point that you are drunk and you can't control yourself. But then the word also says, you are to be an example for someone else. If what you're doing is going to cause somebody else to stumble, then don't do it. But see, for me personally, I've managed 5-star restaurants and hotels. So I've had to open wine and taste wine and know everything about wine and alcohol and all this. So for me, it also was a living situation. You know what I'm saying? It provided a life for me. No, I wasn't a sommelier, but I have been around wine and alcohol for some time. And it wasn't a struggle for me at the times when I was really young in college. You know what I mean? When you're wilding out, when I knew it could have led to a struggle. No, I wasn't always perfect. But then once I got to the information and say, okay, look, yeah, I got to set a limit on this. I can't just go crazy and I can't get to the point where I am drunk, but I can't experience it, because you got to understand, even in the Bible, this was their way of life. This was what they did to survive, to live.
Right.
They had wineries. You know what I'm saying? So I understand
they was living a good life.
So the Bible, in nowhere does it say drinking is a sin. It says drunkenness is a sin.
That's a difference.
All right.
That's a big difference.
That's it.
That's a big difference. That's it on
that.
That's all. That's all.
We perish because of lack of knowledge. And again, you don't want to overindulge. So for me, it's about knowing. I'm not gonna. If you catch me in a restaurant, you might see me with a glass. You might see me with a short glass with an orange and a grape, a fruit in it. It's called an old fashioned. That's my drink. But I'm gonna always limit what I intake. For me,
got a question.
Let me put. What are your views on people who equate drinking wine to smoking marijuana?
Don't listen to them.
Yeah. Cause
let me take that.
Okay, go ahead.
We're living in a time where everybody want to judge each other. My sin is no bigger than your sin. Like, it's not. I don't have the right to judge you. If you want to smoke marijuana, you smoke marijuana. If I want to drink wine, I'm gonna drink wine. People who judging you like that and saying those things to you, you just need to cut them off out your life. Because just because I don't see your sin doesn't mean you're not sinning. Yep. Nobody's made perfect. Nobody's perfect in this earth. We strive for perfection. We strive to be better each and every single day. But if you're surrounding yourself with people like that, you just need to cut them off.
Yeah, man.
That's just my intake on that. And that's all. That's it. I have to say on that.
That's good. I think as well, the challenge with many of our people is that we don't put a mirror in our own face. If we would put a mirror in our own face, we would judge others less. And if when we say, man, look at such and such with underscore, but instead of putting what you see them doing, think about the stuff you're doing and put your stuff right there. And then you're gonna say it, you're gonna judge people much less. You're gonna judge people way less when you start putting your stuff. How we looking, y'all? Can y'all see us? Thank you, Tawana. We ain't blurry and all that. Last week we was having some issues.
Miss Carla Hill said, let me pour a glass of real, that we doing some positive things over here.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see.
Yes, they can see. Okay, so they good. We gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going.
Judging. I don't like that judging. This is a no judging free zone.
Judgment.
The Holy Spirit gonna convict you whatever you do, and that's on the person that you need to listen to. That person, God, and your partner that you're sleeping with, you're married with, or who you go with. That's it.
And here's for me. I think the whole reason we came here, and we talk a lot about all the faddish questions and conversations. But if you stick here, our whole goal is to elevate you, to elevate your thinking, to elevate how you see life, to elevate your finances and your money, to elevate you into seeing other ways of doing things with work and marriage and all of that, and to not be so focused on the traumatic things that they are producing in many other podcasts and on social media. So if you stick with us, we're gonna cover whatever you need to talk about, whatever clarity you need. You have questions you want to send to us, send it to official Just Jocin DM on Instagram or any platform, and we will bring it up. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna talk about it, but we also gonna talk about it from two males who also are Christians, and from a male and Christian perspective, but also are Christians but know how to live in the world. All right. We're not, it said be in the world, but not of the world. So we can live in the world, but still have Christian standards. Then real Christian standards that we aren't being judgmental. We aren't trying to hold your hand to the fire, but we ain't also holding our own hand to the fire. Because none of us perfect.
What you got next?
What we talking?
What you got next? You got me hot over here. There's some good conversations over here.
I was doing some studying this week too.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that many people can't answer the question, who am I? Like, they don't really know who they are. Like, if you ask somebody, like, who are you? Like, they might say, okay, it's their job or this what they do for a living, but who are you really? If I strip your job away, who are you? If I strip your family away, who are you? When the kids grow up and like, who are you? Like, what do you stand for? Like, why many people don't really know who they are? They don't know their purpose. They don't know what they're here for. They don't know what life is for them outside of something, if that's a possession or if that's people around them or whatever. And oftentimes what happens is because they don't know who they are, when they lose whatever that is, then they lose themselves.
It's several reasons why people don't know who they are. The first reason, they never even took the time to go to God to find out who they were. Because the second reason, because they always did it on their own. So every time they failed in something, they tried to start a business, a job, a career, going to school, a family, it always failed because you never put the person you need in your life to help you find your purpose.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't want to seek ye first. Seek ye first.
Yeah.
Seek ye first. A lot of us missing that foundation of life.
Yeah.
Going back to the basics.
Yeah.
If we go back to the basics, our life will be better each and every single day.
That's good.
Then you could be 45 years old. All you need to do is turn you around and seek ye first. Do it different this time. I tried this. I tried that. You tried it on your own. But now this time, do it with God. Seek ye first.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You wonder why you keep failing, and surround yourself around people that's going to be in agreement with you and correct you and direct you into the wrong way. This morning I shared with the people, we had so many no's, right? No. That's because God is giving you guidance to come to him.
Gotcha.
You hearing that no because that one yes for him can change your life.
Yeah. You
hearing that no constantly because you're not seeking him.
So you answering all the questions yourself, and then you go to him when you're in distress, when you're in drama, when you got dilemmas that you can't answer.
Yeah,
because you've already because you didn't go to him at the beginning.
Now you mad at God like it's his fault.
Yeah,
because then at the wrong people tell you in your ear, yeah, you need to be doing this. You need to do that. You need to no. It wasn't God. That's why it didn't last long.
That's good.
Because some of us, most of the time when we make decisions, we tend to copycat off of each other. That's why you see so many people selling food. So many people doing this.
Yeah.
Like when it's you and when God give you direction, he gonna stand you out.
Yeah.
Because the Bible says we are a chosen generation.
Yeah.
Right? We're we part of the priesthood, right? We're separated from them.
Yeah.
So whatever I do is gonna always be different from them.
Yeah.
I'm born to be different. It's not meant for me to be the same.
Yeah.
Seek ye first.
Yeah. So
that's it. That's all.
And you need to be relatable to them, but you need to be an example to them. I need you to be able to see yourself in me, but see me a little bit elevated in what I'm doing so I can give you something to reach for. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Carter said, "They just do what people ask them to do." Yep.
Yeah.
Living for you. We've been so caught up in building somebody else's dream to we ain't never building our own dream.
That's it. A friend of mine always tell me, tend to your garden before you spend the rest of your life tending to other people's garden. Tend to your own garden. Tend to your own garden.
What else you got?
We're gonna jump, man. We're going to some relational stuff. What you got?
Hey. I got
you go left every time.
how many baths you want your mate to take daily?
How many? First of all, I'm thinking about a number. The minimum is 1. The minimum is 1. I don't give it a bath, a shower. Just you're not getting in my bed unclean and unkept. You know what I'm saying? So crazy thing. Me and my wife just had. We had a.
Don't you? You gonna get fussed at?
No, I'm not gonna get fussed. He talking about I'm gonna get fussed at. No, for
real.
real.
I'm talking about chewing that popcorn while you talking.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. I'm gonna choke. So I got housekeepers, y'all. So I got housekeepers. We both are busy. So what I'm saying, so we need some help to maintain. We got 5 kids, and we got a house, and it gets crazy around here. So we in transition between housekeepers for the last week. I'm like, baby, look, I'm not used to living like this. Like and our house wasn't bad at all, but we are so used to it being so pristine because we both have OCD. You know what I mean? Like it got to be a certain way all the time, and hers is even higher than mine, and higher than mine has ever been. So it's like, okay, now I've set another standard of how I like things. So not having it a certain way, I can't do it. Like, okay, it takes these people 9 hours to clean this house. Like, I can't do it by myself. So for me, it's a standard all around. I wouldn't want you jumping in bed with me and you haven't taken a shower or a bath or you aren't clean. Because first, you never know what I want to do
overnight.
And you
dirty.
You know what I'm saying? We're not about to do that. And you got to understand, for health reasons still, when you get in the bed, your body is releasing dead cells into the sheets and the dirt from the day. So then over time, every day, you bringing everything from the outside inside into your bed. So for me, I'm saying, in my opinion, my standards, you got to at least take a bath before you get in the bed.
My brother New said he wanted to take a bath at 6 o'clock in the morning every 8 hours. Noon time, around noon, and right before you go to sleep. So he on that 2-3 times a day you're required to take a bath.
She don't have a job? What if she got a job?
Brother New said, you met Brother New.
We gotta bring Brother New. Brother New, wow.
Brother New said you need to take 3 baths a day.
Brother New is wild, y'all.
And business class said bringing dirt in the bed. Hey, some
people
do.
You're not bringing. Look,
some people do.
And see, my wife is crazy to me. You can't even sit in the bed. If you come in with your outside clothes like this, okay, I've been outside. You can't go sit on my bed with that. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. You've been sitting on a curb. You've been sitting on a car. You've been whatever. You can't put that on your bed. Not where you lay your head. Nah, we can't do that.
Call it shit. At least 2 a day.
And use the towel. You can't clean yourself with your hand in a soap bar. Please use the towel. Use the towel. Wash yourself with the towel. Scrub yourself. And use some soap.
Because G, from what the lady is saying, they have some men that work in their work uniform 2-3 days straight. That's how I'm just talking to people, and I met a young lady who said her old man at the time used to try to go to sleep with the same clothes on in the bed.
I need another pour. The same? No, that can't happen, Z. That can't happen. So for me, if you are going to at least be outside. That's like I can only speak for personal. My wife works in a hospital. She deals with bodily fluids, all of that. You can't bring that home and then put that in the bed and then reuse that. You can't do that. Nah.
But that's what's happening.
Yeah. So I would if I was that person, I would find a way to tell him, look, hey, let's get you some uniform.
I don't think ain't no finding a way. Just tell him.
Yeah.
Oh, you dirty.
But you don't have to go that
hard. You dirty. Because he gonna want her to be clean when they have sex, right?
Boy, you dirty.
That's
it.
He ain't about to put no dirt.
That's a clip.
He ain't about to put no dirt in vagina.
Bottom line. Boy, you dirty.
He ain't about to put no dirty vagina in his mouth, so he gonna want her to get clean.
If he that dirty, you never know.
Man,
You never know.
You never know. You right.
I'm saying the standards is real low these days.
You never know.
The standards low. You find more people doing more stuff that they doing now. When we was young, it was like, what you doing? What? Man, come on now.
Shirley back. That's our girl. She finally came back this week.
Yeah.
You said she agree with your wife.
See,
you know, ambitious class. She gonna say no way. You know,
he bought a low. He said that's foul. I agree with you, man. Like,
but
nah, we're not doing that.
It happens. That's why we created this show to help people out, because it happens.
You're not doing that. What's the thing? Boy, you dirty.
Boy, you dirty.
But you think that's gonna change it?
Huh?
Do you think people really change for other people?
They change because it might be a learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he was single and he was staying by himself, he got comfortable in doing it.
That was nasty.
But in his mind, it's a learned behavior. He got comfortable in it.
So you think he could change from that behavior?
He could change from that.
Okay.
If he have the right woman, he's willing to change. He's gonna change from it.
Gotcha.
Because we're learning. Just because you're raised in a household, in a good household that do that, when you become adult, sometimes they tend to change because life be life. And majority of people hygiene, it might come from stress, depression that we don't want to agree to.
I agree. Yep.
When life be life and you don't feel like getting a haircut, you don't feel like getting your hair done. When you stay clustered in your house in filth, it's because life be life and you're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have nobody to turn to because pride it's in the way, G. So and if the person get the right partner to talk to them, to help them out, to groove them, to show them a different way, to always keep them happy, keep them at peace, and make sure they bring a God in their life, it could change.
Carly said, "Tag him," instead of just saying, "Boy, you dirty." Tag him in the lie. Tag him in the lie. So let me ask this: if they don't change, should the person get rid of it?
Yeah, you gotta cut them up.
Gotta cut them up.
Gotta cut them up.
If it's a red flag for that person.
That's a red flag for some people.
Gotcha.
Because red flags, that's why we were talking about the red flags. Before you get to the red flag, you're gonna get the yellow flag, the white flag. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing the signs, you're addressing the issues. So the issues become a repeated offender. Mm-hmm. Now it's time for him to go to jail. You gotta cut him off.
Mm-hmm. So in my perspective is to tag on to what you were saying. There may have been some type of trauma that was causing him to not be as hygienic as he needed to be. Mm-hmm. So you as his partner say, okay, look, what's going on with you? How can I help you? And then you help guide them through. If you know there was a trauma, and then you help them if there was depression phase or whatever it is, you help guide them through and get them through. I know people who have gone through depression, who have been through different phases, and then they needed to hoard, or they needed to be in a situation where they weren't as clean, the house wasn't as clean, and all of that. So you got to help them through. If that's your person, if that's your partner, you know what I mean. If you solid with them, you will let them know. You won't just let them be out there with stinky bread and dirty clothes.
But that comes with in the beginning.
How you tell somebody that the breast stink, bro?
If you my girl and you don't tell me straight that my breast stink, I'm not gonna take it to offense because I want to impress you anyway. I'm gonna do the steps to make sure I get my breath together. Get whitening strips, get mind wash. Maybe I need to change my routine because a lot of people doesn't know, G. They need to brush their gums, to brush their tongue.
Yeah, they ain't been taught.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I wasn't taught that as a child. I learned that in my adulthood with dealing with somebody who cared for that, who taught me how to. Because I'm always wondering, like, why still smell alcohol?
Yeah.
When you're drinking too much alcohol, you don't take a bath, it come out your pores.
Yeah.
See, nobody don't know that.
Yeah. Because you haven't balanced that.
They're going to work.
They're going to work. And when you ever catch me drinking, I'm drinking water and alcohol. Because also that alcohol is also depleting you, it's drying you out, it's dehydrating you. That's why you use the restroom a lot. So, for sake of time, I got something I'm gonna close out because you're talking about
second time.
Either way, but I think we're just gonna take some time. We're gonna hash this out. So we're talking about when you with somebody and they're supposed to tell you the things that you got an issue with, blah 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 blah. Then if you got a red flag, they're supposed to deal with the red flag and all that, and then decide if they won't be with you. all that to me is talking about either faithfulness and loyalty. Okay, faithfulness and loyalty.
I prefer loyalty, but
okay,
you asking me?
Wait, I'm about to get there.
All right.
I'm gonna ask y'all first.
Gotcha.
What do y'all think is better, and what's y'all definition of faithfulness versus loyalty? And I want you to talk about what is better, and what do you prefer, and what's the definition of faithfulness versus loyalty?
We're gonna let them put in the chat.
Faithfulness versus
I know our
loyalty.
ambitious got something to see.
Faithfulness versus. What would you rather? You would rather somebody that's being faithful to you?
You rather somebody being faithful or
you
loyal?
rather be somebody being loyal?
Come on, Trailer.
We talked about love versus loyalty. Your point of view, you said you'd rather loyalty. I say I'd rather love. But now we're talking about faithfulness versus loyalty. And remember to share the page. Follow us on official Just Jocin on all platforms. As y'all are answering.
Welcome, Ray. Welcome, Locks by Cole. That's who did my facial. Y'all see my skin a little different today, a little glowing, a little shining.
You gonna get
Locked by Cole.
Pretty boy Z
did that for me. She got me handsome. Yeah.
He coming here shining and stuff. Shining. Right? Meanwhile, I mean popcorn.
I appreciate that. But now eat popcorn while you talking. We ain't getting fussed at next week. Come on, come in the comments. What y'all think? Loyalty or faithfulness?
Call it here. Loyalty or faithfulness. Which one would you rather? Let me talk to her. Here's what I've been, and I don't think I'm finalized on the thought process.
You need a drink on that first.
I feel like faithfulness, they both deal with dedication. Dedication means I'm committed to you in some kind of way. But faithfulness to me is I'm dedicated, even when I'm frustrated and all of that, but I'm dedicated only in your face. Okay. I'm gonna show up when you need me. I'm gonna be there when you need me. You know, I'm going to be present. You know, I'm gonna make sure you know, I'm doing this for you and I'm there and it feels good to me and I'm getting some kind of clout from it and I'm supporting you though still. But that's all faithfulness. Loyalty to me is when you have all of that same stuff, that faithfulness and dedication, but then you're frustrated and you have issues and you don't agree and all of that, but then I'm still there. So faithfulness to me is often when you're doing things in front of the person's face, but loyalty is, are you still dedicated behind their back? When you frustrated, when you aggravated, when you ready to give up, but then you say, nah, I'm connected to this and I will not leave. I will not change who and what I am connected to because I'm loyal to what the person, the place, the thing, whatever that is. That's true loyalty behind their back. When they don't see, when they don't know, you ain't dragging from them, you ain't talking about them, you ain't, doing all these other things. Even at the worst of the relationship, at the worst of the situation, at the worst of the connection, you are still dedicated. That's true loyalty. Anybody can be faithful. Very few people can be loyal.
My take on it, I agree with you. Faithfulness is, I love you, but I really won't be here. Loyalty, I'm with you through the good, the bad, the ugly, the nasty, the rumors, everything.
Yeah.
I'm riding with you. Dirty feet, stink breath, we gonna work on it. I'm with you. That's loyalty. A lot of people get it misconstrued and they will overlook the loyalty. And sometimes we tend to take that weakness for their advantage because they know they're loyal to them. What happens when you're so loyal to a person and they not giving it back to you?
So is that abuse?
You're abusing me. You're taking my weakness for your advantage. Not for your kindness. You're taking it for your advantage.
Okay.
So you can advance in life.
Okay.
And that's when we say earlier where we so busy building up somebody else's dream and not building our dream. Faithfulness is like Birdman said. It's like envy. It's right in front of you. It's somebody that's next to you. That's faithfulness. I don't want faithful people around me.
Gotcha.
I want people that's gonna be loyal with me.
That's good.
That's the big difference.
You teaching?
I need somebody to be loyal to me. It's the red one. I need somebody to be loyal to me. Read the comments. Got a couple of comments.
That's good. So CTR order, control order, I think that's what it is. They're saying faithfulness equals ride or die. Loyalty equals committed to a concept. And they're saying faithfulness all day, with loyalty as a plus. So they want both. They want both, but their preference is faithfulness. All right. And then Carla Hill says, based on that, loyalty is always better. We're going to come back to your question, Carly. And then she says, faithfulness, same thing. Okay. Ambitious E says, because if a person is loyal to you, they will always be committed no matter what. I agree. And then let's answer some of these questions. How do you balance loyalty? I'm going to read all three and then we're going to answer them. How do you balance loyalty and the prioritization tending to your guarding? Okay. What if loyalty is detrimental to your well-being? Similar question. Okay. How do you balance loyalty and prioritizing your own well-being? Okay. All same question. Okay. So how do you balance? I'm gonna answer. How do you balance loyalty and your own personal interests? Okay. That's where, for me, you have a priority in your life. Okay. For me, my priorities, I don't have to go through the whole list, but my priorities is first God. Okay. You're doing everything unto God. Secondly, your priority, we don't often put ourselves first. A lot of times when women have kids and all that, or men even have kids, they put their kids. Okay. But if you are not okay, nobody else that you serve, you partner with, nobody else can be okay. So after God, it's you. You have to be okay. So it's God, then you, then your partner, not even your kids yet. Because if whoever you're with, if y'all aren't solid, if y'all aren't good, y'all are pouring any type of disconnection, division, trauma, or whatever onto the kids. So it's God, then you, then your partner, and then the kids. Okay. Then you start to get to external stuff. What's up, T. Carter, Pastor Carter? So then you start to get to the external stuff. So for me, that should answer your answer on how do I prioritize loyalty for others versus self. If what I'm doing for you is hindering my own personal goals, accomplishments, all of that, if I'm putting more time there and it's not producing enough fruit for me to get to my goals, eventually you're gonna look back and you're gonna have a lot of resentment and regret because you didn't do the things you were doing because you were tending to somebody else's garden. Gotcha. Okay, so you gotta balance that out. You gotta set yourself some goals for personal, but then you also have to pour into other people because oftentimes that's the way you learn. You bloom where you plant it. That's often where you're learning. You're helping somebody else do it and you're serving somebody else, and then that same thing is gonna happen for you. But you have to balance both because oftentimes we get stuck in comfortable helping others and being loyal to others, and we sacrifice ourselves at the expense of that.
And my intake on it is a lot of people tend to, because I'm Balanced Living Podcast, so I know about balance. The timing, everything has to do with timing. If you're building up somebody else, you're not even building yourself up. Make sure you set the time and stick to your time.
Yeah.
If they want you, they're gonna respect your time.
Yeah.
Even if it hurt their feelings, you know your value, you know your work, you know what you bring to the table because you have your own table. Now look, we're gonna do it at this time, and you're gonna respect my time because when I come, I'm bringing value to you, and when I leave, I'm also still bringing value to you because I had you set up to go do what I need to do in building my empire.
Yeah.
So it's all about timing, understanding timing.
And the value of time.
And the value of time. I don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
I don't want to rush it, but I always want to make sure I'm moving correctly.
That's good, man. That's good.
I got to make sure I'm moving correctly. That's it. That's how you bring balance. Yeah. And if they're not bringing balance in your life, and if you're neglecting yourself in the process, it's time for you to cut it off and let it go.
Got it.
Because you always got to put you first.
Yeah.
Your gift gonna make room for you. That's the Bible. It's back to the foundation. Your gift is gonna make room for you. Don't stay in a position because you're making enough money over there.
Yeah.
The fund, your vision.
Yeah.
But if your vision is coming down and you're constantly building them up, you're gonna lose you in the process.
But that goes back to the question, Z. A lot of people can't answer the question, who am I?
See, everything falls in place.
They don't know who they are. So they spend their lives building others because they still haven't navigated to the destination to figure out who they are themselves.
You got to know your value, know yourself, know your work.
Got to.
You got to know yourself, know your value.
And if you don't, you stick here long enough, you're going to know who you are.
You're going to know. You keep watching us on Thursdays. You're going to know yourself. You're going to know your work. You're going to know your value.
And you're not just going to know that because we some elevated people we teach you.
That's it. That's all.
You're going to know that because I've been there. I've been to the place where, okay, I didn't really know where I was going, what I was doing, what I should be doing, what was my purpose, what was my gifting, what I was naturally good at, what I do with in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? So once you know that, whatever you are, whatever you're doing, it's not even work to you. And that's going to come with whatever reward it is. That's going to provide the money and the things and all of those, the heart, the desires of your heart. It's going to come. All that's going to come with it.
It's gonna come
Once you get to the purpose that he created you for, he going to give you the rest of it.
He going to give you the
rest.
He going
to give you everything you need. Because if he made you for a specific thing, why wouldn't he give you the things that he put in your heart? Why wouldn't he give you that?
This whole scenario goes to Matthew 6:33.
All right, he about to preach.
Seek ye first.
There you go.
You seek him, he gonna give you everything that you need, you want, you desire.
That's good.
You seek him, and that's how you bring balance in your life. Seeking him. Because if the person that you're serving, the person that you work for, the employee, if you're working at a church, they're gonna understand your value and they're gonna understand what you're building.
Yeah.
And they're gonna want to leave you, let you go easily. Yeah. So they're gonna do whatever it takes to keep you there because they understand your value, they know your work, because they know that you know yourself.
That's good. That's good. Look, y'all, we're gonna give something away. We're gonna give away some Vag Pro Health probiotics. It's a bottle, 30-day supply probiotics.
We're giving it to the fellas too. Now they got some fellas on there.
We're gonna give them some too. So we're giving away Vag Pro Health probiotics.
What's up, Dad?
You got to be following all the pages.
What's up, Top?
You got to follow Just Jocin Podcast, official Just Jocin. You got to be following Balanced Living Podcast. Jarrell Jones,
our TikTok. Follow our TikTok.
Show us that you following all those pages. Hit us in the DM on Instagram. We're going to check it and verify. And then we're going to say, okay, you the winner. Just like Ambitious Eclair. She could tell you. She won a whole bundle. Worth about $90 of products from Vag Pro Health. For those that don't win, you can go to Vag Pro Health. Yep. Use the code Jocin, Jocin, and you're going to be able to get a discount of 20% just to use that discount. But hit us in the DM, follow all the pages, and you'll get a free bottle of Vag Pro Health probiotics.
And make sure to take a picture right now. You, whatever setting you at, smiling, you following the Just Jocin page, tag us in it, official Just Jocin. And also, Balanced Living Podcast presents a night of prayer every Monday at 7 p.m. on at Zion.
If you didn't go, it's good, man. I'm telling you. I have a prayer session, Bible study with my family. We just in times right now, yet I've been able to go there. I've been able to get poured into. So make sure y'all go jump into Balanced Living Podcast and get fed every week. You know, every church or whatever. Even just having that ability to connect with somebody that's praying for you and that's relatable, man.
Relatable. Every Monday for 7 p.m.
There you go.
Go to Zion Gilmore every Monday. Put on your post notifications every Thursday. Official Just Jocin. Make sure you put on your notifications to get all our content. We really don't do content. We just give you our experience in life.
Yeah.
Our documentary. We just give you a good documentary of our life. And when we put out the video, the movie, y'all gonna be included. You definitely gonna be included.
That's a good scripture, man. That was your scripture this week.
Yeah.
What that scripture was?
Yeah.
This is the confidence we have in approaching God that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. That was good, bro.
Thank you.
That was your scripture for prayer.
That was my scripture for prayer this week.
That's fire, man. That's good, man.
Kiki said, "What if you don't have TikTok or Twitter?"
That's fine. Just tell us that. We trust you.
Your Brun Love came on.
What's up? Ooh, what's up, T? All right. What's up, Dad? What's up, Dad? And we're gonna invite some different guests on. We got attorney Devin Jones. Follow Mr. Mr. Jones if you don't. He's a criminal defense attorney with Fuller and Associates. We're gonna have some ladies on, Dr. Joe, Dr. Britt. We're gonna have a lot of variety of people that we can give different perspectives. Again, we're just getting started, but the whole goal about just Jocin, and we keep it casual, but our goal is to elevate you in every area of your life. Every area of your life. If you stick with us on a journey, I don't care if you got to go back and watch some of the stuff. Yes, we've talked about some things that are faddish conversations, but we're going to inject some Christianity in there. We're going to inject some needs for growth, and we're going to grow you and elevate you to a place where you need to be.
Call us and name all the pages we have to follow real quick.
All right, you got to follow. To get the probiotics, we're giving away some Badge Pro Health probiotics, a month supply. You have to follow TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Follow Zyron Gilmore. Follow Balance Living Podcast. And follow Jarrell Jones. We put them all up. That's it. The main thing, if you follow the official Just Jocin on all the pages, I got you. And you be the first one to DM us, we got you. You're going to get some free probiotics. A couple weeks ago, we gave away a whole bundle. They got probiotics. I see Jagolf said she got the checkpoint. She done. They got probiotics. They got cleanser, and they got the whole bundle. Probiotic cleanser and boric acid suppositories, all from Bashful Health, our sponsor. So we appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. Also, DM us anything y'all want to hear us talk about. Anything y'all want to hear us really just dig into or give a different perspective. Not just a male perspective, but a Christian male perspective. DM us questions anytime during the week. Send us posts. You can forward them to us at Official Just Jocin on Instagram, and we'll come back and talk about those different topics.
Also, go to Spotify right now and go to Banners Living Podcast.
There you go.
I need y'all all to subscribe to Banners Living Podcast on Spotify right now. Do me that favor. Please do me that favor.
Do you that favor. And if you drinking and hanging with us tonight,
take a picture.
Post your picture.
Take a picture. Take a picture.
What we were drinking tonight? We were drinking a bottle of Franciscan Estates. This is what we're drinking. We're drinking Franciscan Estates Cab. It's pretty good. It's Magnificat.
If it was not chewing, sis, while we was talking. Sis just came on. Our wonderful sister just came on. Your wife just blessed us with her presence. We definitely was not talking and chewing at the same time.
See what I'm saying? She fussed at us.
I'm gonna check in. I got you, sis.
So we appreciate y'all hanging with us, man. I see Chelsea
Watson,
Chester
wonderful.
Horton.
They put up the administrator and administrator East. They got their own church.
Their little sister. If you didn't win this week, definitely come back next week, and we're gonna be giving some more away next week.
My boy Chester came on. He cut hair. Good barber. Good people. Pink Butterscotch came on. That's a City of Love member. Man, we follow those pages.
I see Carla Hill says she's drinking $2.99 Trader Joe's. Guess what? Wine is not based on price, because oftentimes the wine you buy is triple, double, quadruple the price in a restaurant. Okay, it's not. It's about quality. There've been so many tests of different wines, and they don't know which is which based on price. So if you find something you like, you find something you like. You know what I'm saying? All right, we appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
See y'all
next Thursday. But make sure to follow me on Spotify, Balanced Living Podcast. I need everybody to go to Spotify, download Spotify, and subscribe to that. Come on, help me, brother.
I got something we're gonna touch on next week.
What we got? Give me a little sample.
Next week we're gonna talk about, and we might bring a certain doctor we know that's an OBGYN
and
to talk about the fact of the high rates
of
STDs
and
specifically chlamydia in the state of Louisiana, and how that's impacting our community, man. How that people are having so much unprotected casual sex that we have one of the highest rates of chlamydia in the nation.
Yep.
All right.
Y'all stay tuned. See y'all
next week.
Follow all those pages.